Hey class, I want to tell you a little bit about what the no drama classroom means to me. This will be the first time offering this course with the instructor in place in Laramie in a classroom setting 3 weeks out of every 4 weeks of the semester. And it's also the first time that the course is being offered such that a person can attend during class times via the Zoom platform, which simply means there will be a screen in the classroom with a webcam presence of anybody taking the course. Now that means that you need to be using, if you are an off-campus student, you need to be using a hardwired hookup. And that's why when you registered for the class, you had an option for registering at various outreach rooms across the state, because those will be hardwired and capable of accepting video, audio, and surviving windstorms and knock on wood. So this is exciting. This is new, and it means all of us could find some moments of disorientation and confusion. I thought it could be important for you to understand that I've been teaching online for the last 15 years, and so though we're going to have a classroom, we're also maintaining our WIO courses shell very consistently, because if you're handing in a paper, there's somebody in Rock Springs who also needs to hand in a paper, and I want them all to arrive in the same place in the course shell. That gives you a digital trail, and that gives me access to your work in the course gradebook, where it's most easy to give you feedback. So, what would a no drama classroom be for a hybrid course being taught by me for the first time? It'll mean the following things. One, if you look ahead in your schedule and you know that there are commitments and responsibilities you have as a parent, as a member of your community, look ahead, plan for those, let me know what is ahead, because we are very serious that the senior seminar, the capstone course, requires of you attendance at every class. Now, I also know that life happens in ways. Sometimes I have had students who are scheduling a birth. Sometimes they are scheduling chemo treatments. There's a lot that can happen. So if you are looking ahead and you know that there is some major commitment that you are going to be asking for some flexibility regarding your attendance during the class hour from 2:45 to 4 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, then I can weigh your request and think about fairness for all the students who will be in class. Now, sometimes things happen. We don't schedule car accidents, and so sometimes you might be prevented from attending the class. The best way to bank some insurance for things that could happen is for you to attend regularly, get your assignments in on time, establish your participation in the classroom, establish your capacity to navigate and submit your work in the online shell. And that way, if something happens, you can rest on the quality of your participation so far, and it will make it easier for me, again, to be fair in granting some flexibility for your completion of a task or missing a class. And finally, there's a third. Let me come up with that third. The online course shell presents us with some complexity. And if for those of you who have not yet participated in one, you need to know the following two things. One, on every left sidebar, let me go over here and do a circle. There's the help button. And if you have any technical issues, such as you attach a paper and I give you a 0 and you look back and you realize the paper didn't attach. If you're having trouble playing video, if something's preventing you from watching or reading something in the course shell, you want to go to that help desk, because I don't know the right questions to ask you to help you. Like, what version of computer you have. Right? Have I just made my point clear enough? I'm not a techie. So if you start by asking them a question, you also create for yourself a digital paper trail so that you could then show me, because they will always send you a little email that says, you contacted us about this and how's it going, kind of thing. And that provides you with some evidence that you tried to do some problem solving first. If you write to me first about a technical issue, my first reply will be, what did the techie say? Because I want you to go immediately to the people with the knowledge who can help you. And then secondly, let's see, so it is to use the help in there. And secondly, not knowing that things can go wrong in an online environment. If the deadline is 11:59 p.m. for something, give yourself room for the file that doesn't attach so that you have time to contact the 24/7. Those help folks are there, chat, phone call, 24/7. So you have some time. Reduce your own stress with good planning. And finally, if you click in on the grades and you notice that I've made a comment to you and you click on the comment and I've given you some feedback and you would like to reply to that feedback, do not reply in the grade book. It seems like it's inviting you to have a conversation with me about your grade. But here's the thing. You can see I've got 2 other online classes running, as well as financial management stuff that I have to be doing this year. And in order to find out if anyone has replied back to me, I would have to click through every grade in every class every time I gave a grade to find out somebody had replied back to me. So if you can tell, that's just an impossible situation. The grade book is one-way communication from me to you. And then when you're ready to ask a question or perhaps continue a discussion about, maybe I said something helpful and you want to talk about it, then send me an email at mkeller@uwyo.edu. The email is also the best place for, if you're having a crisis, to be able to say, make that paper trail, but also no matter day or night, you can always send an email. Phone calls are welcomed and fine, and it's best if they are happening between, say, 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. in the day. But we could also schedule a time when you wanted to have a phone call. Maybe you are the student in Gillette and you want to schedule a time for a phone call conversation. We can do that. So that's it for now. Just know that things happen during the semester. So your greatest level of time management, especially for this course that is in all likelihood going to have the greatest time commitment of any course you've taken, and by organizing, we can have more of a playful feeling in there, and we ought to be able to hit the seminars with some really interesting stuff happening. So I've planned out our first class. I'm excited about it, and I hope you find that this course might at times be unsettling, but that it does not apply undue stress in terms of technical difficulties, transparency in what's expected, what's ahead, what's due. And as my first time at this, I hope to work well with you, hear from you when things aren't working, and let's make it the best thing ever. Thank you.